Welcome back, family, and welcome, friends, my new friends. Welcome to Heart to Heart here at A Hope International YouTube Church. The purpose here is to give God's heart to you, to bring the church to you. That was the main purpose for starting this. For the people that don't go to church or can't go to church or won't go to church, and something extra for those that do. Okay, so again I say welcome. So glad to hear you, to have you here today. That's what I want to say. And I want to talk to you today about something very important. It's another gold nugget: perseverance. Perseverance. And I just had to experience that. That's why I'm stumbling over my words. I just recorded and it was going great, and there was something showed up on my phone. I wanted to move it, so I touched it and disappeared. So I'm starting all over again, but there it is, an example of perseverance. Do not give up. Keep going. Okay, let's start the definition of perseverance before I sit down and talk to you. Perseverance is persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in it achieving success. I'll say that again. Perseverance is persistence in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. You know, something we just have to keep going. We can't say we have hard times, hard days, but we can't just give up. So I want to talk to you about some of the people in the Bible that persevered. Let me pull up a chair here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it'd be nice to sit with you. Okay. One of the people that we know about in the Bible that persevered was Joseph. Joseph persevered. Joseph was, you know who Joseph was, right? You remember he had brothers that sold him into slavery because of jealousy. And he persevered as a slave. Even as a slave, Potiphar made him head of his household. You know, he didn't say, I'm a slave, forget about it, my life is over. No, he gave it his best. And then when he was mistreated and lied on by Potiphar's wife, he was put in prison. I mean, he was there for years. But he didn't give up. He persevered. He became head in the prison. They put him over all the prisoners. He did not give up. Joseph persevered until he became like the prime minister of Egypt, second in command, the prince of Egypt. He was second to Pharaoh. Because he persevered, he did not give up. Another one, David. David persevered. David, you know, David was a small shepherd boy. And when he came to bring some lunch to his brothers, who they were soldiers, they were big soldiers, and they were there to fight the Philistines, but everybody was afraid of Goliath. David went and says, what's going on? What's going on? And they told him, hey, what are you doing here? Why aren't you at home watching your few sheep? See, they were upset. They were jealous anyway because he was chosen and anointed to be the upcoming king. Okay, there's that jealousy again. Jealousy with Joseph's brothers, jealousy with David's brothers. And so anyway, when he just persevered and he found out anyway, well, what will happen? What will they give you if who will beat Goliath? And they told him, you know, he gets the king's son, daughter, ooh, God forbid son, daughter, and riches. So he went in to fight, to ask them to fight. Of course, they looked at him like, who do you think you are? But, you know, King Saul was desperate, so he said, okay, well, I'll let you try. And he gave him his armor, but it was too big for him. So he said, no, I can't use this. Let me use what I use. He persevered with his slingshot. He went out there, and you know the story. He killed Goliath. killed him, chopped off his head with his own sword. David persevered. And then he was brought into the house, to the palace for Saul, King Saul, because King Saul had this evil spirit that was tormenting him because of his disobeying God. God didn't give it to him. He disobeyed God. He opened the door for Satan. So David would play the harp for him and soothe him, and that's the only thing that would give him peace. Then he started getting jealous of David when they were singing, Saul kills his 1,000 and David kills his 10,000 in war. Oh, Saul got so jealous, and then Saul was trying to kill David. And David had to run from the palace. He tried to kill him twice, throwing his what do you call that thing? I just call it his spear at him. And he ran. So then he had to go hide. And Saul was chasing him. He had to hide in caves and everything. Now he's anointed to be king. He's supposed to be king, right? He's going to be king. But he's running. He's living like a criminal. He's homeless. He's living in caves. He's dirty. He's hungry. He's thirsty. But he kept persevering. He persevered. Even when he had a chance to kill Saul, he didn't do it. He said he would not touch God's anointed. He persevered. And he knew Saul was not going to keep his word. But he kept going. He persevered till he became king. Not only, he's the only one. That's where he stopped. He was a king and a priest. And not only that, he's the line where Jesus came from. You know what the Bible says? Jesus was the root and the branch of Jesse. And Jesse was David's father. The root and the branch. They call him the son of David. But he was the root. He was like the father and the son of David. David persevered. Ruth. Let's talk about Ruth. Ruth was the daughter-in-law of Naomi. And Naomi's sons were killed. They all died. And she told her daughter-in-laws, it's better for you to go back to your people and your country because I can't take care of you. I have no sons. I have no money. You should go back. But Ruth said, I will not leave you. She would not leave her mother-in-law. She persevered with her. And then they were poor. And they went back to Ruth's hometown, to Naomi's hometown. And Ruth had Naomi go. She was gleaning, picking up the leftovers in the field. And then she was spotted by a man named Boaz. And he inquired about her. Who is that woman? She was beautiful too, you know. And he told them, they told him who she was. This is a really wonderful woman, godly woman. She's stayed with her mother-in-law, Naomi. And she's better to Naomi than 10 sons. So he said, drop more. Drop extra down there for her so she could pick it up. When she came back with so much wheat and barley, Naomi said, daughter, where did you get this? And then she told him what field she was gleaning at. And she told him the man's name. And it happened to be a distant relative of Naomi's. So Naomi told her what to do. Ruth persevered. And to make a story short, the field that she was gleaning in, that she was picking up the leftovers in, the leftover barley and oat, she became owner of it. Because she married the owner. Boaz married her. And Naomi persevered. Now Naomi had a son, because when Ruth had a baby, it was counted as also as Naomi's son. So now Naomi had family, she had property, she had a son, and she had respect. And she had a daughter-in-law that loved her. I say she was more valuable to her than 10 sons. Perseverance. Then there's Esther. Esther, who was orphaned, her parents died, and then her cousin Mordecai took her in, and she was living with him. And then when the king wanted a new wife, because he was getting a new queen because of the other queen disrespecting him, he sent them out to find the most beautiful maidens in the land. They brought him in, and Esther was very beautiful. They didn't know she was a Jew, and she didn't let them know, but they brought her in. And she persevered. Thousands of concubines, all wanting, everybody going, who wouldn't want to be the queen? But she was able to persevere. And she kept her peace and her joy even while she was there. And she kept her word with her cousin. She didn't let them know that she was Jewish. Make that long story short, she became queen. Yeah, I mean, awesome, right? But then after she was queen, there was a time when the king became tired of her. He didn't call her in anymore. So she was just sitting there. She was queen, sitting there, but nothing from her king. And then there was danger that Jews were going to be killed. And Mordecai sent a message to her and like, aren't you going to do something? They're going to kill your people, and you are queen. And when she found out, she's like, what can I do? You know, I mean, he won't even see me. The king doesn't even address me anymore. And he said, maybe you were put in this position for just such a time as this. So what did she do? Did she just give up? No, she persevered. And she told her handmaidens, they're going to fast. She told Mordecai, tell all the people to fast with me. They fasted 3 days and 3 nights. No food and no water. 3 days and 3 nights. And what happened? She knew that when she had to go see the king, if you did not get an invitation, you could be killed if the king didn't invite you in. Well, she took that chance, beloved. She took that chance. And she didn't die. The king accepted her coming in, and she ended up working with Mordecai and saving their people. They had to fight, but they were able to work it out because of perseverance. Mordecai persevered seeking after Esther. Esther persevered after the king. And then success. Perseverance. You know, even myself, I had to persevere. Let me show you something. You know, I haven't gotten the equipment that I was supposed to get. I said I was going to get this really nice equipment, but I haven't gotten it yet. But what should I do? Should I just not record? No, I want to tell you. Let me show you what I've been doing. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, oops, that's me. That's not what I want. Where'd it go? Okay, I'm going to persevere. Oh, you want to make me look crazy? All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. All right, right here. Okay. No, let's see. Okay. I just want to show you here, this, if I can do it without messing things up. I made my own tripod. See, that's a hanger, a clothes hanger that's hanging on my stand-up lamp, and I clothespined my camera on there. See, that's me taking a picture of it. My tripod. See, perseverance. I didn't have it, so I made one. Okay, maybe, and let me see if I can show you a better picture. Here. Now you can you see the, oh, I got the reflection of the lamp. But there is the hanger. Yeah. It's a clothes hanger. 2 clothespins with my phone there. And that's exactly what I'm recording with today, friend. I persevered, and I'm persevering now. I could have waited until now to record until I got the equipment. I'm supposed to get my tripod and everything tonight. But see, what if I had waited? Then all those videos wouldn't be there. Oh, you know, I wanted to read something to you. There's another person who persevered. Okay, remember the name Zacchaeus? Okay, Zacchaeus it's in, if you want to turn your Bible to Luke 19, and we're going to go from verse 1 to 10. Let me tell you about it. Look, Zacchaeus was very short. He was a very short man, and he wanted to see Jesus. But everybody was taller than him, and it was a crowd. So let me read it for you. Here, okay. Chapter 19. And Jesus entered and passed through Jericho. And behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, which was the chief among the publicans, and he was a rich man. He was a tax collector. And he sought to see Jesus, to see who he was, and he could not for the press, because he was of little stature, because of the crowds, the tall crowds. And he ran before and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass by that day. He was going to pass by that day. He got up high up in the tree so he could see who Jesus was. Okay? And when Jesus came to the place, he looked up and he saw him and he called him by name. And he said to him, Zacchaeus, make haste, it means hurry, and come down, for today I must abide at your house. And Zacchaeus made haste and came down and received him fully, joyfully. He was so happy. Jesus is coming to my house. He's going to come to my house. And of course, all the religious people, all the people standing around, and when they saw it, they all murmured, saying that he was gone to be a guest with a man that was a sinner, with a tax collector. You know how those religious people are. And then while Jesus was in his house, Zacchaeus stood up and said before the Lord, he said, behold, I'll give the half of my goods to the poor. I'll give half of what I have to the poor. And he says, and if I've cheated anyone, if I have taken anything from any man by false accusation, if I have cheated anyone, I will restore him fourfold. I'll pay him back 4 times what I took. And then Jesus said, this day is salvation come to this house. See, Zacchaeus persevered. First of all, he persevered by climbing up the tree so that he could see Jesus. He didn't just give up and said, oh, shoot, I can't see him. I'm too short. You know, he was a short man, but he climbed up that tree. And when he did that, what? Jesus saw him, said, I'm coming to your house. And then he got to hear the message of Jesus there. And then what? He became a fair man. He repented. And Jesus said, and this day is salvation come to this house. Him and his house was saved. He was saved that day because of perseverance. We must persevere, beloved. Right now, even this, I'm not happy with this recording, the stumbling and everything because of the one that was deleted. But I am persevering. And I'm trusting God anyway. It's not my ability. It's God's grace. Okay, and this is his heart. I just want to tell you, you must persevere. You cannot give up. Keep going. Keep going. No matter what the difficulties are, it's delayed. Keep going. And as you see, don't just wait till you get everything you need. You know, everything's right. What if I had waited? Right now, I'm looking at my lamp with my clothes hanger and my HTC cell phone closed pinned on the line, on the hanger, while my iPhone is playing the music for me. Here, you can do it. We can do it. Perseverance. God will bless you. God will bless you. If he cannot trust you with a little bit, beloved, why should he trust you with a lot? And, you know, we talked about these people that persevered in the Bible, and you saw my little, I hope you can see the picture, but you get the gist. You get what I mean. You know. Okay. All right. Well, I just want to say I love you and say God bless you. May God bless you.